Okay, so let's start our session. Okay, so let's start our session today. And in our last class, we have seen about the interactive ALV report, how to achieve the interactive ALV report. Very important. Okay. If you have any question over there, then you can ask. We have also seen the editable ALV in our last class. Okay. So just let me open the syllabus. Okay, there was one topic called ranges I will cover later. Okay. Selection screen push button, this we have already covered. In LV grid we have seen using the reuse LV grid, reuse LV list display. Also we have seen commentary right, reuse LV commentary right. We have seen how to display the top of page, right? Reuse LV events gate, this is one important I will just discuss in our today's class, and then we will see about the color scheme. Okay, row color and cell color. So these are the different topic we are left with. I will just try to complete in our today's class. Let us see how much we are able to do. Okay, so let me log into the system. This reuse ALV events gate will give you list of all possible events which are available in the ALV. Okay, in the conventional ALV, whatever all the events are available, it will give you the list for all those events. Okay, so I'll go to the program SC38 and ZMB 28 star. Let us see which was our last program. 36 was our last program. I'm going to change mode and let's run it. And this is what we were getting. And we saw like when we were changing over here anything, it was just getting reflected, right? It was getting saved into the database. This part we have seen in our last class. Okay, what I want to show you over here, the requirement which we have achieved over here, that we have achieved with the help of, right, with the help of this particular on double click or save event. If you remember properly, I created a subroutine with the name on double click or save, and I have defined that subroutine. I have written the logic to save the data in this subroutine, and that subroutine is getting called in runtime by this particular function module, and that's why we are able to achieve our requirement. Okay, so this is one way. This particular subroutine we have defined over here, right? Here subroutine we have defined so many logic and everything we have written over here, right? Just preparing the field catalog, and again I have to display a MARCI detail by getting the data from the MARCI for a particular plant. So all the associated plants for a particular material, if I have to display, then again I will have to call a reuse ALV grid display function module, and there I have to pass the data. So this is what we have done in our last class. All right. What I want to show you, the same requirement, if you want, you can achieve in the different way as well. Okay. So here, if you observe, right, when I'm displaying the data grid ALV, the first time, very first time, using this reuse ALV grid display, okay, using this reuse ALV grid display, then I'm using this subroutine. I'm passing this name of the subroutine over here under this event. This is nothing but a event parameter. I call back user command. Whichever is the callback, you can understand something like a event. I underscore callback top of page, right? This was also event. This was also event. Same event, the same requirement, if you want to achieve, you can achieve by passing the value into it underscore events over here in this parameter. How? So what I'm going to do, this MB top of page, you can see that I'm going to comment this. Okay. And when I comment this one, I will not be able to see the top of page now, right? If I press F8 and if I run this, you can see now that top of page is not coming. But if I enable this one, it's coming, right? If you run this, you can see this top of page is coming. I want to achieve the same requirement. I'm going to comment now. I have commented now. Activate this one, press F8, and you can see that no top of page is coming. Just go back. The same requirement I want to achieve with the help of this it underscore events. Why it is necessary? Because this it here you have limitation, you can pass only two, right? This I call back user command, I call back top of page, or maybe HTML top of page. Some limitation is there, right? Only 4 or 5 parameters if you have. But suppose if you want to use another events. So what are the another events you have? You have reuse ALV events get. This is the function module. Run this one and run this one, and you can see that you have total 17 entries for this event. Caller exit, user command, right? Top of page. So this is the same, this is the same event you have, which I have already used over here, right? User command. This user command and this top of page is nothing but the same events which is over here. And here another option, if you observe carefully, the form is given. So what you have to do, just you have to populate the name of the subroutine over here, right? And populate the name of this top of page over here. And just you have to pass that internal table into this it underscore events. That's it. This much only you will have to do. Okay. So whichever event you want to use, for that event, you have to define a subroutine and you have to pass that subroutine corresponding to that event over here under this form. Okay. Under this form you have to use. So for example, if you want to use top of list, so here you can define one, right? Here you can define one subroutine and you can populate this one before line output, right? This is one event. So before line output, if you want to display something, if you want to do something, you can write some subroutine over here and then you can display. Similarly, you have so many events based upon your requirement. You can achieve this event, you can do this event. So let's try to achieve this top of page event. Okay, come over here to our program and it underscore events. First I would require to get its what type. So how I will get the type of this it underscore events? Can you tell me, anyone, how I will get the type of this it underscore events? I have to find.
On click
Double
of
click. Right, very good. So on click of this function module, I will go inside, and from there I will get the type of this particular event, and this is the type. And you can see that here T is there, that means this is the table type, right? Control C, just go back and let's define a one. So what I will do that, I will do here maybe uh, create one perform populate events. I will give this subroutine, and globally I will declare, so I will not have to pass the parameter. Okay, though that is not very good practice, but for me here writing the program, it will be easy. Better to declare over here and pass in form of parameter and get as a form of parameter and use that value. I'm going to use the easiest approach, going to declare as a global variable, control V, and data it underscore events type. That's it. So now it has become my internal table. One work area I require, right? WA underscore event like line of it underscore. Please mute from your side. Events. Can you please mute from your side? Yeah, fine. Thank you. So here that W underscore event, I have declared this W underscore events, right? And now this is globally I have defined, right? So nothing to worry. It's very easy to maintain. That's the benefit of using globally, right? So just go back. Sorry. Come over here and we have populate events. Double click over here and I will create a subroutine. I will write the code over here. So what I have to populate? I have to populate it underscore events, right? I have to populate it underscore events. So how to populate? What actually I'm trying to do? I want to try whatever the subroutine I have defined for this top of page. I want to put it over there. That's it. That's my requirement. So first I will get the data. So where I will get the data? In it underscore events. How to get the data? Using the function module. So what is the function module? Reuse alv events get. Alv events get, right? So this is the function module. So just enable this importing. Exporting is not required. Exception, it's better to enable the exception. So if some problem is there, you will be able to know, right? So it underscore events, here it underscore events, I'm just writing. Already it underscore events I have declared on the global part, so nothing to worry. It will be not giving any kind of error. Now once we get the data into this it underscore events, what I'm trying to do, I'm willing to put the subroutine over here, right? Just remove this one, check the syntax over here. Some error, some problem. Let us see. Yeah, because it underscore events, I'm not passing over here anything, just I will pass it underscore events. But will it work? No, it will not work, right? It will not work. I'm just going to press F8 and I will show you. You can see that top of page is not coming still. All right. So why it's not working? I'll put the breakpoint over here and I will tell you why it's not working. Why it's not working. Put the breakpoint over here. It's for the list. I'm looking for the grid. So the most of the thing you can achieve in the same way for the list also. Okay. Here you can see that callback program, callback PFS status, callback user command, right? So here I think top of page is not there, but what I'm using over there in the same way, if you want to use the list display, right, there are two function module, grid display and list display. So we are experimenting with the grid display. We are looking with the help of grid display, not with the list display, but in the same way you can achieve with the list display also, right? In the same way, whatever we are doing in the same way you can achieve for the list display also. Let's go for the grid display. It's a little advanced, more options are over here, so that's why we are looking into this. Okay, and you know that there are several advantages on the grid display over the list display. However, there are some advantages with the list display as well, that take less memory, that is very fast, right? It is not that much fast, but it gives you many options, right? In the difference part we have seen. Okay, put the breakpoint over here and run this program, and let's observe. Here if you see that in it underscore events 17 is coming, right? Because that subroutine is being called before calling this function module. But here you can see that nothing is getting populated, right? User command, top of page, nothing is getting populated. So if you pass that value into debugging, you know what the subroutine name was there, top of page, right? So top of page, if you just pass over here in debugging, what I did, I clicked on that pencil button, so it got enabled to put the value, press enter and just back it. So in debugging, just I have passed this top of page subroutine, and now it will look for the top of page subroutine. Okay, let us see if we have defined the top of page, right? Name should be correct. So it's actually MB underscore top of page, right? This is the actual name. Okay, come over here and MB underscore you will have to give. This is what we have defined. Press enter and just go back. Okay, now it looks good. Here you can also see that earlier I was passing MB underscore top of page for this particular. I call back top of page, right? Now I have disabled this one and I want to achieve the same requirement with the help of it underscore events. Okay. Now if you pass this F8, what will happen that it will display you the top of page. Why? Because in it underscore events, I have passed the MB top of page subroutine. So now system is able to identify this MB top of page, and already I have defined this MB top of page here, right? Somewhere I have defined, here we have defined already, right? So that's why we are able to get the output, all right? But every time we cannot go into debugging and put the value, so we have to write the program for that. Okay, so this populate event, right, this populate event is getting triggered before, you can see that populate events before going to the reuse ALV grid display, right? From here it event 17 record is coming, and after this PPR layout, and after that this reuse ALV grid display is coming. So in this subroutine itself, what I will do, that I will write the code to populate this top of page, right? To populate this top of page. Just go back and come over here. So how to do that? So what you will have to do, that If size sub rc not equal to 0, then don't do anything. But if size sub rc equal to 0, in that case, what you'll have to do, that read table it underscore events into, see how beautiful use of the inline declaration, right? However, I have already declared the work area, so not required now, right? So w underscore events with key what key. So if you remember the key, just go and check what is the key over there, name and form, right? Name and form, two value is there, name and form. So with key name equals to top of page, okay, top of page, the name should be correct. Let me check. Top underscore off underscore page, right? Top underscore off underscore page. So I'm just going to read this particular record, and once I read, I will get this value inside tab X, right? So data lv underscore tab X equals to site tab X, and then modify table it underscore events. Okay, so table is not required now, then modify table from wa underscore events, and in this w underscore events, what you will have to pass, that you have to pass the form name, right? Hyphen control space, and this is the form name, right? So form name is nothing but mb underscore top underscore top of page, full stop. Modify from this index this, that's it. Control v. This much only you'll have to do, and your program is now ready. Check the syntax, some error is there. W underscore events, actually it's events. Check the syntax now, it is fine. Save it, activate it, put the breakpoint here, it's already there. We will see how it's working. Here the it underscore events, you can see the 17 records is coming. Currently there is nothing, top of page, nothing it is there. Press over and F6, read table, site tab X is 3, that means top of page is at third place, right? And here I want to put the value, so this top of page and blank we got in a work area, right? And here I'm just going to populate this form value mb top of page, right? So lv tab X3 I just got in a temporary variable over here, and then F6 and form, you can see that mb underscore top of page in this work area. So in this work area I have now populated both top of page and mb top of page, and now I'm just going to modify it underscore events, and it got modified now. You can see that mb top of page is now there. My work is done. Press F8, and you can see that top of page is coming. So this is how you can do for the various events. Okay, this is how you can do for the various events. If you want to do the same thing for this user command, you can do. Okay, for the user command, if you want to do the same thing, you can do. So here you can see that the callback user command on double click or save we are using over here. So the same thing you can do. What you can do, that I'm just first run this one, run once again, press F8, and here if you double click on this material number, right, it is showing you the plant, correct? The respective plant it is showing you. Double click on this 16, you can see that there is no 16, there is no value for that, that's why nothing is coming. Nothing is coming. For 57 the value is there. You can see that every time I have to click on this, right? Every time I have to click on this. So how to, how to not click, it should be come in optimized. Okay, so what you can do for that purpose, what you can do, Just go back, press F8. Here you can see that I have to double click. So for that purpose, what you can do that in the layout, you have a property called field optimize, something like that, or column optimize. So let's go to the layout where we are creating the layout. Okay. So where we are creating the layout, control V layout. Here we are having the layout, right? And prepare layout, go here and come over here, ps underscore layout hyphen control space, and here you can see that column width optimize. So by default it will be now coming as a optimize. You don't have to click every time, something like double click. You can see that this time it's automatically coming, right? And if you double click on 19, here it's not coming. Why here it's not coming? Because the layout which we are passing, we are not using over here the same layout. Okay, so I will just pass the same layout, this, but ls layout here locally it is declared, right? Here locally it is declared, so that may be the problem. Let me do one thing again. You will not be able to use it over here. So what I will do that, do one thing, declare it a globally. Okay, so I can use in another ALV also. So that's how it becomes easy. But if you want, you can declare locally also, and using, and with the help of using and changing, you can use at multiple places as well, right? Come over here. Now when you double click, then we have written on double click code we have written, right? This is okay. So here also you'll have to pass that ls layout, ls underscore layout. Okay, so this is now global variable ls underscore layout. Okay, you can have the better naming convention gs underscore layout, something like that. So you will be able to identify that it's a global variable. L stands for generally local. Better to write as a gs. You can write like g. Okay, since I have declared with the same name, I'm just using this one. Check the syntax, activate this one, activate, press F8 once again, press F8, press F8, and double click on this one or 19 anywhere. No data, but here the data is there for 19, and now I don't have to double click, automatically optimized is coming. So this is how you can do. So come to this, the event part, and this particular subroutine I'll have to pass. Okay, so I'm going to disable this one, reuse LV grid display. Come over here, and I'm going to disable this. I don't want to use like this. Okay, press F8, run this, and if you double click on 19, you can see nothing is happening, right? For 19, that at least one plant was there because I have disabled that one. So I want to achieve with the help of it underscore events, right? So this is the subroutine. I will copy this one and go to that prepare events, populate events, right? In the same way as we have done over here, the same way I'm going to do. Control V, copy this. Everything will be same. Just copy everything, paste it over here. Okay, and here you can give some comment. Uh, Populate this on double click or save event. Okay, and here what we are doing, populate top of page event, top of page events. Okay, so like that you can do. Okay, fine. So you can see that uh, this is my event name, so I'm just going to use it over here. Control V, and here also I'll use. That's it. My work is done now. Check the syntax. Some problem, two times we cannot declare the same variable. I will just use, right? So just before this read, I will clear this one, lv underscore, just for the safer side. Check the syntax now, activate this one. It got activated. Now press F8, run this. Some dump is coming. We will see why this dump is coming. Let's try to understand this dump. It underscore events row is changed, inverted or deleted from index specifying. Okay. Okay. So it is actually giving you the error, you know, or you can directly put on this debugger. It will show you from where this error is coming. Populate events, right? This event is giving you the error. Okay. So lv tabix 08 is coming, right? That's the problem. lv underscore tabix. Okay. So actually here I'm passing the wrong name, right? Here I'm passing the wrong name. That's the problem. Here I'm supposed to pass what? User command, right? This is the name of the user underscore command I'm supposed to pass, right? As we have passed the top of page, top of page. That's why the system is not able to find anything, and that's why it's giving the error, right? Fine. Let's go to the program and I will correct that quickly. And this time I will handle the error as well. Okay. So here, how I can handle the error? Just paste it. The it was user underscore command, right? It is user underscore command. Just come over here. Write user underscore command. That's it. Okay, now it is fine. This time I will handle the error, so it will not give the dump. Suppose if some problem I will come also. So if size of RC equal to 0, then only you do all these things, otherwise don't do. Okay, if I could have done earlier, even you would have passed the wrong one, at least you would have not got the error. And in else condition, you can write here some a message that please uh, please use the valid events. Okay, type E. I'm going to give the error message. I don't want to go ahead without correction, without 100% correction, because I know that if this is going to be wrong, I'm not supposed to go. Okay, I'm not supposed to go. Fine. This user underscore command. Now if you just activate this one, here if you are going to give some wrong name, now this time it will not give you the dump. I'm just giving some wrong name over here. Just save it, activate this, activate, run this, run this. You can see the please use the valid events. It is not giving the dump. At least you are able to get this error message, right? So now as a developer, I know where I have given the message, so I will be able to go and correct this one, right? Event is not valid event. I'll give the valid event, which is the user underscore command. Just save it, activate this one, activate, press F8, run this, and you can see that this time it is coming. If you double click on this 19, it's working fine, right? It's working fine. So this is how you can, this is how you can uh, use the event. Okay, so wherever the plant is available, it is coming. If plant is not available, it's not coming. So that's fine. If it is not there, it is not coming, right? Or for better user experience, if plant is not available, you can tell that plant is not available, right? So how to do that one, you know already. I will just show you once again. Go to that particular subroutine where we have defined the on double click on or save event, right? So here if size was equal to 0, or in else condition if the plant is not available, right? In else condition we can give that message that no plant for this selected material type I. Okay, and then exit. Save it. So what exit will do, whenever exit will come, it will exit from the current subroutine. Okay, if it is inside, if this exit is inside the loop, like do and end do, while and end while, first it will come out from that loop, but it is not any, but it is not inside any loop, right? So it will not come out from that loop, but it will come out from that subroutine. Okay, so this is how this exit, right, work. Activate this one, press F8, run this, and now if you go and click on this one, you can see that no plant for this selected material it is coming, because no plant is there. For this 19 plant is there, so plant is coming. So like that you can have the better user experience, right? Okay, so this part we have understood how we have done. So similarly you can generally most of the time we are doing with the help of this IT underscore events, or directly you can use this one. There is no problem. Directly you can use the reuse ALV grid display this user command. There is no problem, right? There is no problem. Or if you want to use this IT underscore events this way also you can use. Multiple events are there. You can use based upon your requirement. Whichever is your requirement, based upon that you can just create your subroutine and you can call it. Okay, fine. Try to explore other events yourself. Okay, from the Google or documentation, you will get from the documentation. If you go to the reuse ALV events get documentation, you will be able to see which particular event will be used when. Come over here in this function module documentation, et underscore events, just go link to reuse. The event table is returned with the callback, that is fine. So events name, you can see that here you are having the documentation. You can see the top of page, end of page, right? Here the equivalent to list processing, top of page, end of page, right? Top of coverage. So you can go and you can learn so many things. There are many things which we won't be able to cover here, but with this understanding you got an idea based upon your requirement at a runtime. You can go and check. Okay, fine. Now suppose if you want to do here, you can see that what I'm doing. Let me remove this, press F8. Here you can see that you can do a color for a particular field, right? You can do a color for a particular field. Here this material type, I have made it editable. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make it normal. Okay, I'm going to make this program a little simple, just to show you the required, uh, just to have the simple requirement. Okay, I will define the requirement over here using color. Okay, cell color and row color, cell color and row color. We will see how to do this one. Okay, prepare field catalog. This is fine. Field catalog we are preparing. In this field catalog, what we are passing over here, that's fine. For if we just run it, just activate, press F8, run this. And here this material type is coming editable. I don't want to have like this simple. I want to have material type 2. That's fine. C6 X. I'm going to pass it blank over here. I don't want to mark that as a editable. Here also I'm going to pass the blank. I'm not willing to have something like some color or something. Okay, press F8, run this, and now it's coming fine. There is no problem. Okay, this, just go back and under the layout, horizontal line and those also I will keep. Okay, grid display, list display, I'm just going to remove this. Okay, in the same way you can use it over here. Let's have this program simple. Sort field, that is fine. Subtotal, sorting and all I'm just going to remove. I don't want sorting and all. Prepare field, this I will keep. Top of page, this also I will remove. Top of page info, I'm not interested now in top of page info. If you want you can keep. Okay, so no horizontal line and vertical line, right? This for the layout. For this layout, actually keep this layout. Layout will be required, but I'm going to remove this no horizontal line and vertical line. I want horizontal line and vertical line. Column width optimize, this is good for me. I will keep it. Okay, edit and all, just remove this, also remove. Very simple, right? On double click or save in event, this also I don't want now. Correct. Not interested now in the, if you require you'll have to write all these things. Okay, just I want to focus on the concept. That's why uh, that's why we are removing all these things, so it will be easy for us to understand, right? Okay, so it looks good for me now. Okay, other thing I have removed, removed fetch data, that is fine. Prepare FC. Okay, fine, good. So let me check the syntax if it is fine. Some display list, yeah, that's fine. This is not there, so I'll just remove this. List one I'm just removing, only I'm keeping the grid one. Check the syntax now and populate events. Okay, events I don't want. Check the syntax, now it's fine. Activate this one and it got activated. Let me run it. And data is coming. This is how I wanted. Okay, now my requirement is, suppose if you want to color a particular field, you know how to do the color, right? So particular column, if you want to do the color, you know how to do the color. Okay, so for example, if I want to colorful my material number, or suppose this material type, or any, or MBRSH industry sector. So if you go inside this, the emphasize is for the color. Okay, so emphasize is nothing but it's a combination of color, right? And like this we are going to pass. Here you have to the color name, right? Color number. Then you have the intensified on, correct? Intensified on, and here the inverse on and off. Inverse on and off. So the data here you are going to pass C color from 1 to 9. Okay, and then intensified for it will be 0 or 1, or for this inverse it is going to have 1 or 0, right? If you want to understand in detail about the color scheme, we have a very good program given by SAP. Go to AC38 and the name of the program is SHOWCOLO. So color. Name of the program is So color. R you don't have to give. It's only show colo, but it's so color. Okay. Just run this and you can see here you can understand the meaning of you can have the different color from 0 to 7. Okay, so 0 is the normal one, how you are going to display. Okay, and here it's going to, this color scheme is going to represent in form of C, X, Y and Z. Okay, so this X is nothing but your color number. Okay, this X, this Y is nothing but your either intensified on or intensified off. This Y can have two value, either 0 or 1. This Z also can have two value, inverse, and this uh, intensified, this is the inverse intensified on or off. Okay, so this is for your inverse and this is for your intensified on and this is your intensified off. Okay, so here we will see that what's the meaning of all these things. Okay, so you can see this X is the color from 0 to 7, you can put this color. So one stands for this something like blue or different color, yellow, green, red, and like this. So you can go to this program and you can check. If we're going to pass this intensified, that means when you are going to pass for this particular Y, if we're going to pass this 1, then your data is going to look like this. Okay, intensified, it's a intensified. Okay, and if you remove the intensified, if we're going to put the 0 for this Y, you can see that intensified is off, means uh, less color, means less intensified. It is a dark color, it is not a dark, it is normal color. So that's the meaning of intensified off. It's the inverse over here. What's the meaning of inverse? If we're going to use the inverse, that's meaning, means here the color you can see that 1 2 3 4 5 6, and the background color, the color is going to have for the text. Okay, here you can see that 0 1 2 3 4 5 6, the background color is what? So whatever the color you have, the same color is going to apply for the what? The same color is going to apply for that text, right? So here uh, I'm not able to show you over here, but the meaning here, this is the intensified. Here if you just observe, intensified off, intensified on, this is for the input. Okay, here I have little confusion, I need to check it how they are doing. Okay, so for the Z, if we're going to put 1, everything is coming in red, and if we're going to put into the off, right, it's going to be in a black. All right, it's going to have in a black. So what we can do, that we can go into the program and you can have a look over there in order to understand in detail, but this is how overall it is going to have. Okay, here you can just come, different color you are having, civil and no gap, and color number inverse, no gap, inverse input, this is for the input, intensified off, no gap, that's fine. Okay, okay, so from there you can go and understand how it's like for the input, this is for the input. Here if you want to pass some value, for that purpose it is, right? Okay, and this is for the jet, this is for the jet, I think this is not for the jet, this is for something else. Okay, so this is for C. C will have to give the C, and then we have to give the X. X is for this number, right? And then X is for this intensified on, this is for intensified off, and this Z is for inverse on and off, inverse on and inverse off, right? This is for some other purpose. I don't think that this is for Z. Okay, so X is for this color number, Y is standing for this both intensified and this intensified off, and this Z is going to have this inverse on and inverse off. Inverse on and inverse off option it is not showing, but you can do the experiment yourself and you can try to understand. So this is the program. If you want, you can go and check. So here now what I'm trying to do, that for this color, right, for this material type I want to pass the color. Which parameter is the color, right? So first, second, third, fourth and fifth parameter is the color. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and fifth. Here I'm just going to pass C610, right? So I will be able to you can see that complete column it is going to complete column it is going to uh, it's going to uh, put the color in the complete column. Okay, 6 stands for red, right? 6 stands for red, and 1 I have shown you X intensified on or off, and 0 is for inverse. So here if at place of 1 if we're going to put 0, it will not be in dark, it will be it will be very, you can see that intensified I have put the off, I make it off, right? That's the meaning of this 0. And another, if we're going to mark it on 1, it will be inverted. Color will be only applied on the text, not in the background. Background will be the normal. You can see that background is normal and the color has been applied only to the text. So that's the meaning of CXYZ. So you can here you can have 0 or 1 value only, and here also you can have 0 and 1 value. Here you can have the value from 0 to 7, or in documentation it tells 1 to 9. I don't understand why it tells 1 to 9. I need to check that one. But one thing is obvious, that from 1 to 7 it is sure, because at least 7 color we are having, 7 main color, right? Fine. So just save it, activate this one, and now I want to color a particular row. Okay, I want to color this complete row. So how to do that? So to color a complete row, what you will have to do, that you have to define a field with the color. Okay, here, right here, whatever the structure you have, just come over here and you give a extra, you know, extra row, extra column you'll have to define over here, and the name of that column you can keep anything, it depends on your row color, or I'm just giving r underscore color. Okay, type it should be of 4 characters minimum, you will have to keep 4 characters minimum. Okay, because CXYZ it is of 4 characters, right? So minimum 4 characters it should be there. Just save it. So this is the first step, right? This is the first step you'll have to follow. Now, the second step, what you will have to do, the data where you are populating and the row which you want to convert into what? The row which you want to uh, put the red color or whatever color. There you will have to go fetch the data over here. And this is it underscore Mara. And suppose now here you'll have to do LT underscore Mara, sorry, you'll have to put loop at it underscore Mara into data WA underscore Mara and end loop. Okay, and here what you will have to do, that suppose uh, index number or a particular row number I want to, a particular row number I want to put a color. So suppose 10 number row or second number row I want to put a color. Okay, second number row. So what I will do that I will read table. I will not use this loop. Okay, yeah, that will be fine. Okay, or let me do one thing, because I have already written the loop. Let's use the loop only. You can use the read also, because you are going to use only a particular row to populate the color, right? So here uh, from 1 to 5, from row first to 5 I want to, this loop I want to run from the row first to 5. So what you can do that w underscore mara hyphen, what you have, the color, r underscore color I have defined. You have to give what color. So I'm trying to have the color number 4. It should be intensified on, and it should be means the background color should be there. Okay, so see 410 just I have passed, and here what you will have to do, you have to modify this it underscore mara, the main table it underscore mara, from w underscore mara and index what. If you don't give the index over here, that also fine, because implicitly index is going to be determined by the system. Okay, the current processing record will be taken place. Okay, so current processing record, it will just modify whatever the control on a particular record is there, that record is going to get modified. If we're going to put this modify statement inside the loop, just save it, activate this one. It got activated, put the breakpoint over here and press F8. Okay, here you can see that this it underscore mara 792 records is there. R underscore color, I have put one extra column. Currently it is nothing, but now it has come, right? Similarly from 1 to, right, from 1 to 5 or 10, yeah, up to 5 we have written, from 1 to 5. So all the 5 color is now there, and press F8, right? Okay, so the first step I have done, still it is not coming. So the second step, what you will have to do, that you have to go to the layout and you have to tell to the system that I'm passing the color and I want to do a color. I want to mark my row as a colorful. That that information you have to pass the system. Simply by passing this, system is not able to understand what actually we're trying to do, right? So you can go to this layout. Okay, come to this layout, and here actually we can write layout hyphen, there is a field called info, field name equals, give the color underscore 1. Okay, sorry, what we have given, row color, it was r underscore color, right? Let me check once what we have given the name. It's r underscore color, so that the same name will have to pass in the capital letter, r underscore color. So here I'm telling to the system that I'm passing a column field name r underscore color, which will behave like a color. So please consider for the color information. So that's why this information field name, this here I'm passing the information for the color. In this field you will have to pass this particular value. Just save it, check this, activate this, run this, and run once again. This time you can see that the from 1 to 5, this particular color number 5 is appearing, right? Color number 5 is appearing, and the row color is taking preference over the column color, right? This can be an interview question. Generally they don't ask. I have never got such kind of question, but it can be a question, right? Which color gets more preference? So you can see that row color is getting more preference. Okay, so similarly whatever row you want to color, you can pass the color information to that particular row. Okay, from 5 to 10, right? From 5 to 10, if you want to pass some different color, so how you can do that? Here loop at it underscore mara from 1 to 5. So here what I will do that, here I will write if psi tab x is greater than 1, if psi tab x is greater than 1 and psi tab x is less than 6, then do this, else if, right? Just copy this one, and here if it is greater than, it's less than 6, so greater than 5 I will give, and less than 11. Okay, so everything will be covered, and here I will give some different color, control V. Here you can give 5, color number 5. So similarly, like you can do, yeah, as per your requirement, right? Activate this one, press F8, run this, and this time you can see that another 5 has come in this color. So you can do the colorful in this way, that is possible. Okay, if you want to do the color only for a particular cell, right? Suppose if you want to do the color for this particular 71 number record, okay, or if you want to pass the color this everything, like if you want to make this colorful 60 number material number, you want to give a different color. Okay, this is the color number 5, this is the color number 4, right? Here I want to pass the color number 6, complete red, 60 or 61, a single cell. So to color a single cell, you have to define one more column, and then column name you can keep anything based upon your requirement, based upon the choice. I'm just going to give this as a cell color, right? Cell color type. This is important. Type you will have to remember LVC underscore T underscore SCOL. You can Google it out. You will be easily able to find it over here. Just to have to type in the Google how to do a particular cell in a how to color a particular cell. You will get a lot of example, just to have to get these particular things, because it is not possible to remember everything. Okay, so you can get it from there. So here now, what is the error? The work area is not a flat or as components. Okay, okay, fine. So see, this is the limitation of the new syntax, right? This is now became what? This is now became your deep structure. Why deep structure? Because this, if you look into this particular type, it is a deep structure. Just save it, double click on this, okay, and double click on this line type, and you can see that it is having 3 component: if name, color, and number key column. In this color segment, if you come to this color component, you can see that it is a structure. Okay, a structure. So a structure inside a structure is known as the deep structure. So it's a deep structure, that's why it is not supporting over there. Okay, that's why it is not supporting over there. That's why it is telling that new syntax is not supported over here. If you check the syntax, it is telling the work area itmara is not flat or contains references or internal tables as a component, or, and in this case, it is not supporting. So what I will do that, uh, okay, in this case, what to do? Select material number mtart mbrsh ntgw from mara into table. This is fine. Order by material number. You'll have to think in such a way that this problem should be avoided. So let me think. The work area or internal table is not flat, that is fine, or contains references or okay, then what is the problem? However, we are already declared. So the 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so what I will do that I'll have to create one another structure. As of now, this is the solution I'm getting. Okay. Uh, let it, I'll create, copy this one and I'll paste it over here. I will remove from here. Okay, these two, both these two, however, this is not creating the problem, right? This is the creating, this one is creating problem. So I'm going to remove both. Okay, and I will mark it as a final structure. This I will mark as a final structure. Okay, and I'll declare one internal table, data it underscore final type table of ts underscore final, right? And data wa underscore final type ts underscore final. So one work area and one internal table I have declared. Now let's populate this final internal table, right? Come to this fetch data and we'll prepare this final internal table. Now it will not give any error. End of final, sorry, ts underscore final is there. Check the syntax now. W underscore Mara does not have a component called R underscore color. That is fine. Okay. Here final because we are using, right? So final. Here also you use the final W underscore final and WA underscore final. You'll have to pass like this. Okay. Another 5 minutes maximum. We'll close the session. W underscore final, IT underscore final we are having. And this Mara backup will now not work. Okay, remove this one. Directly we'll pass this IT underscore final to this ALV grid. Okay, this ALV grid here, because IT underscore Mara I'm not using now. If you will be using IT underscore Mara, you will not get that color and all these things, right? So to get the color and all, I'll have to use this one. W underscore final is not an internal table occurs, and that's fine. W underscore final modify it underscore final from WA underscore final. Okay, control F2. Spelling mistake, control F2. It underscore, here also a spelling mistake, control F2 is not possible to know. Okay, modify it, this is okay. Index here because I'm using the different table, so system is getting confused, but I know that the same tabics I will have to use, right? Modify, sorry, here modify is not required. Here you will have to give append because I'm preparing the final table, right? To it underscore final, control F2, this is fine, and it underscore final we are passing, correct. Press F8, run this. No data. Why data is not coming? Let's debug why data is not coming. Something we are doing wrong. Okay, data actually we are not populating, so how data will come, right? Data we are not populating in it underscore final, then how data will come? So what I will do that I will populate the data, right? Here move corresponding WA underscore Mara to WA underscore final. Okay, check the syntax now. Activate this one. Activate, press F8 to run this. Yeah, now data is coming. Okay, but here all the fields is populating the region behind, because greater than 5 and less than 11, and here I'm not clearing this. That's why we are supposed to clear the work area, right? Run this. Oh my god. Okay, W underscore final. The place where we are writing this clear statement, that should be just before the end loop, so that data will come, right? And now it is fine. It is exactly coming as earlier it was coming, right? Now it will take some time. I will stop it over here. Cell color will take some more time, and if I will continue, it will take another 15 or 20 minutes. So we'll stop it over here. In our next class, we will see how to do a particular cell, how we can color a particular cell, and cell will take priority over the cell color will take the priority over the row color, right? That is logical also, correct?
And one more thing, sir. Sir,
uh,
hello. Yeah. Hello, sir.
right. Yes, I'm able to hear you. Please go ahead.
Yeah, in the ALV grid,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes based on the condition, we
Mm-hmm.
may color a row. Because
Yeah.
suppose I have 100 students.
Mm-hmm.
Out of that, 10 members first grade, 20
Mm-hmm.
members second grade,
Mm-hmm.
and the 30 members is a
Yeah, you can do.
student.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
failed students should be in a red color, for example.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
we
is
can do this.
a frequently used criteria. This is
Right.
in
Yes.
my.
Yeah. Yes. You were right. So in this way only, like you can see that here how we are giving the condition, and based upon the condition we are, so there will be a mark column in your internal table. So you have to just check the mark, or you will have a column called pass or fail status. So you can check the status. Based upon the status, you can decide what you have to pass the color, so that you can do. Okay, fine. Let's go to the assignment part. Come to this assignment, and almost we are done with the 70% of the syllabus. Some of you has not done my 50% payment, so request you to complete my another 50%. Okay, fine. Let's go to the assignment, and now BAP assignment. Come to this assignment, and this is the assignment. What you will have to do, whatever you have created the report, in that report you have to use the event reuse ALV events. Okay, so reuse ALV events. Okay, so here in activity 1, this is our activity 1. Use reuse ALV events and get all the events. Okay, first step. Second step, what you do, use the top of page and user command. You can use the another events as well. You can just check your requirement, and based upon, I have not used frequently the other events. Mostly I have been using this user command, even top of page also not. Okay, so you can check with some another events. You can do some experiment. use the top of page and user command events to achieve the same requirement using reuse ALV events. So you'll have to create a internal table, and in that internal table you have to populate and you have to pass the data. Okay. In activity 2, if row color, okay, a row color, if your in our last assignment, what field you are getting over here, BBTYP and AUART, right? So what you can do that for a specific, let us suppose you have two different AUART, right? So if your AUART type is equal to suppose AB, okay, then do the red color for those row. Okay, if your AURT type is, if your AURT type is suppose CD, okay, it's some different, then you use some yellow color. Okay, do some yellow color. So just check out what is for the yellow color. That show color is the program name. From there you can go and check. Okay, so here I'm just giving the program name show color. It will give you the list of all color. It will give you, or you can go to the documentation, you can get from there. It will give you the, or you can Google it out. Okay, it will give you the list of all colors. Fine. Similarly, if you have some another, for example, some another AOAR type, okay, then do some another color, maybe blue color, something like that. You just achieve this one. So this is your another requirement, and with this today's topic is closed. Complete this assignment and share with me. Okay, any other question if you have, please feel free to ask, or else we will meet on a Monday directly. Okay, if any question if you have, please feel free to ask. Let's discuss. On Monday we'll see about the cell color. Okay, or we'll try to check some application server file operation on Monday. Maybe Monday we will start that topic, not sure. Or some another topic is also there in the ALV. I'm just thinking to complete that one. Or else what I will do, because see, this ABAP is, like a ocean, and because it's like a ocean, I won't be able to cover all the topics in very much detail, like into the deep dive. However, you can see that even we are covering up to intermediate level or little advanced level, we are it's taking a lot of time. Like till now we have almost done around of 60 hours of classes, right? So what I'm planning that, some interesting topic and some advanced topic I will be sharing with you with the help of YouTube. There I will create a playlist for my existing students for the advanced topics. All right. So whatever the another topics which is there left in the ALV, I would try with my level best to accommodate those topics, right? And to share with you over there. But however, whatever the knowledge you are getting over here, it is more than sufficient to do any kind of development. Okay, you will be able to do any kind of development with the knowledge which you are getting over here. With the basic knowledge is the most important, right? Basic knowledge is the most important. basic concept. If your basic building block is strong, you can build anything with the help of internet, with the help of document. Okay, so basic understanding is the most important. Okay, just you have to focus more on that. Whatever we are learning, this is also not important. The cell color, row color, this is not also important. The important was work area, important was internal table operation. Okay, if you know all these things, how to call the function module, this was the important topic. Okay, if you know these things, you can do other things very easily, very quickly. Many things, but all these things are there on the internet. Everything is there on the internet. Your basics should be strong. Your basics must be strong, then only you will be efficient. Okay, so give more focus on the basics. Okay, and now what I will do, mostly I'm going to focus now on the basics, and little intermediate topic we will try to see based upon the time and all. But this is how I'm trying to, cover the other topics with the help of YouTube and all. There we keep on posting the advanced topics. You can follow from there. So already many advanced topic, like you can see there, like parallel processing. Right here in this class also we have update function module. This all comes under the advanced topics. So we have covered. Okay. So like TRFC, you can, if you want to understand about the TRFC, QRFC, though as a fresher it is not required. Once you get the job and all, there you can go and you can learn about this TRFC. Okay, so you can see that TRFC, this TRFC3, all these things. So this is a little bit advanced topic. Then parallel processing, if you just run about the parallel processing, you can go and learn. But first you just, these are the parallel processing part 1, part 2, different parallel processing part. Up to part 5 I have prepared about, I think up to part 4. So, but now you just focus on the basics and try to understand, and then you can go on these topics. And also similarly, what I mean to say that similarly I can keep on sharing the different topics, and I will in the group I will let you know, like once I create any video and like that. So let's meet in the, so we will meet in the next class, and there we'll try to understand how to put a cell color, and then we will go for the next topic. The next topic we are having, okay, this is the performance optimization, that is fine. Application server file handling, there is one topic called application server file handling, file operation. This is the topic. So no problem, this topic will it will come, I think first we'll try to complete all these in sequence, we will go. Okay, and it may take maybe next week we'll be try to able to complete this one, file operation. Okay, second or third class next week. So this is the agenda of our next class. Fine, then next week. And just for information, like I will be on leave. I have some planned leave, so I'll just share with you that maybe from 13 to 24, something like that, because my baby delivery is planned. My wife is pregnant, and it has to be this 19th or 20th, something like that. So